What's up, everybody? It's April 21st, 2021, and we've had some warm weather, but guess what? Tonight, it's gonna frost. So as you can see behind me, we're already in spring mode here at S&K. We have things that are leafed out, blooming, looking spectacular. So what do you do when the temperatures dip in the 30s? Well, my friends, you have to cover. You have to throw a sheet, a towel, a bucket, something over your tender plants to keep the frost off of them. Now, in a few moments, I'm going to show you how we personally cover this huge field full of, I don't know, 2,000 hanging baskets. But before we get to that, let's talk about what do you actually need to cover. Well, certainly annuals, like I just showed you, like our field full of color back there, need to be covered. But if you've already planted your warm season veggies, definitely cover those. I wouldn't be worried about the cool season veggies like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, lettuce. Those have pretty much hardened off, and unless it gets really cold, those should be okay. But if you've got tomatoes, peppers, squash, zucchini, cucumbers, things of that nature in the ground, you better get out the sheets. Okay, so we're in my personal garden because I want to talk to you about a few things that you may not know to cover, like blooming shrubs and perennials. Take this hydrangea for example. Theoretically, it should be okay because, hey, it's been outside all winter, right? Well, the problem is it's been so warm, it's already leafed out. And these new leaves are super tender. So if it were to come a frost, it would actually burn the leaves and even delay the bloom time this summer. So check out this beautiful Crimson Queen Japanese maple behind me. It's already leafed out. And if I allow a frost to land directly on these leaves, it may or may not leaf back out again. Japanese maples are so slow to leaf back out in the event that a frost lands on them. So I'm here in a wooded section of my garden, and I'm showing you these hostas because even though you just wouldn't think to cover hostas, they're tender after they leaf out. And generally in a wooded section, you have enough coverage where frost doesn't actually land on plants, but I just don't want to take a chance. They're calling for 32, and usually for some reason, I don't know if we're in some kind of microclimate here, but we're usually about 5 degrees colder. So that would make it, 27 degrees. I'm just not going to take a chance. So these babies are getting covered tonight. Y'all all know about my love for conifers and evergreens. I'm not going to worry about these. These are tough, even though that, this has already started to candle. Check out my thunderhead pine tree. It is beautiful. It's hard to encompass it. It's gotten so large. But you can see the new candles coming out. I'm not going to worry about it. It's fine. Evergreens are good. Don't worry about those. I know you probably don't have as much to cover as we do, so we have to use these frost blankets that are commercial grade. They're made of cloth. They're like 30-40 feet long by 20-30 feet wide. And you probably just have a few plants at home to cover, so you can use a 5-gallon bucket or an old sheet or a towel, just something to give that plant coverage where a frost doesn't actually land on the leaves. Again, you're trying to keep the frost off the leaves. It's not necessarily the low temperatures that'll nip your plants. Enough chit chat, let's get busy. Also, we got these cinder blocks weighing down the sides of the cloth because right before a frost, it almost never fails. The wind will howl because it's just blowing in that cold front. So make sure when you're covering up your plants, you anchor down the cloths or tie them down in such a way that the wind will not blow them off. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and comment down below if you have any questions about covering plants during frosty times.